All right, what's up everybody? So this post is gonna be kind of piggybacking on my previous post. So if you didn't see my previous post gave you 3 exercises that you can do that are some of my personal favorites when it comes to enhancing glute size and firmness, shape, you name it, right? What I want to talk about today, really quick, is 3 principles that you should be kind of keeping in mind when it comes to some of the exercises that you're doing if your goal is to increase size and shape. Because exercise selection alone, specificity, is by far the most important if you want to train, let's say, like glutes. If you want to enhance your glutes, you have to train your glutes, right? You can't train your biceps and hope that your glutes are going to grow. Doesn't necessarily work like that. But when you do train your glutes, exercise selection alone might not be enough. There are 3 principles right here that I want you to use, and those are gonna help a ton when it comes to getting more size and shape, okay? The first principle is time under tension. So let's say I'm just doing RDLs. Simple way to add more time under tension is to avoid locking out. Right? Now an RDL in itself is already pretty much time under tension because you're never truly setting down the bar, right? Or dumbbells in this situation, right? But the time that I'm performing this set, at no point am I taking necessarily a break. So let's say you're doing glute thrusts, reverse hypers, Bulgarian split squat. Any exercise that works those glutes, keep the muscles flexed, keep them tense, don't have a break, if you will, in your training. Like a traditional deadlift, every time you bring the bar back to the floor and you stop, the tension is now removed. More time under tension, more stimulus, more growth, okay? The second principle is gonna be increasing your range of motion. So when you stretch muscle fibers farther, right, they get more stimulus, which causes the same response. More growth, more development. So if you're, let's say, doing your dumbbell RDLs, right, and you wanna get a little bit more of a stretch, you can stand on something that's slightly elevated here, right? But basically, I'm just gonna go further than I normally would, okay? So let's say I have a bar with plates, right? Terrible examples, but I'm trying to increase that range of motion further than I normally would. Gonna cause more stimulus, gonna cause more growth. And the third exercise principle, probably the most important, failure. I know it seems negative, but it's not. When you exercise and perform contractions to where your muscles can no longer contract, that causes the response of growth and development, guys. So if you're doing sets and you're walking away and you could have still done a couple of different more reps or maybe a little more weight, chances are you're not getting the most out of your training. Just going through the motions or just doing light weight, right? And not doing very, very high reps or coming close to failure is not gonna cause the same growth response. So if you truly wanna tone your butt, ladies and gentlemen, right, you need to be doing exercises to that point when your muscles just can't contract anymore, they're burning, they're on fire. That is the point when you'll see the most growth and development of that booty, okay? So if you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to leave a comment below or DM me personally.